this assassination in Washington. Now, every time I do think Israel is going too far in Gaza, and maybe it is, Palestinian supporters remind me that Israel is facing forces of barbarism and liars. Earlier today, our time, a Palestinian supporter called Elias Rodriguez shot dead a young Jewish couple, two Israeli diplomats walking from an event at Washington's Jewish Museum. This is the killer, allegedly.
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
Now, as you saw, this man's actually from Chicago, shouting, "Free Palestine." Well, that's actually a chant at almost every pro-Palestine rally, and you saw him being arrested for what seems to me a very clearly anti-Semitic attack.
Both victims were exiting an event at the Capitol Jewish Museum located in the 500 block of 3rd Street Northwest when the shooting occurred. We believe the shooting was committed by a single suspect who is now in custody.
The couple that was gunned down tonight in the name of Free Palestine. It's a young couple about to be engaged. The young man purchased a ring this week with the intention of proposing to his girlfriend next week in Jerusalem. Donald Trump told me that his administration is going to do everything it can possibly do to fight and end anti-Semitism.
I think I should point out something. This is not the first assassination on American soil by pro-Palestine extremists. In 1968, this Palestinian, Sirhan, was so angry with presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy, his support for Israel in the Six-Day War, that Sirhan shot him too, murdered Kennedy at a hotel in Los Angeles. But I also mentioned liars, and this, in fact, might be related. I want to show you how easily Israel is demonized, so much so that, yes, maybe some radicals, maybe even this killer, might think that murdering Jews is justified. Now, Israel has been blockading humanitarian aid to Gaza, partly to stop Hamas terrorists stealing supplies and then selling them. Now, on Monday, it said that to stop any malnutrition, it was now going to allow restricted supplies into Gaza again. But on Tuesday, a United Nations official, head of the UN's Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, went on Britain's BBC to say this renewed aid wasn't enough, and then he made this astonishing claim.
There are 14,000 babies that will die in the next 48 hours unless we can reach them.
14,000 babies in Gaza dying in 48 hours, like right now. I mean, seriously? That claim was clearly preposterous, clearly propaganda, yet it was repeated unquestioningly by media around the world. In America, by the New York Times, NBC News, Time, the usual suspects, and in Australia, by our ABC, of course, by our multicultural SBS, of course, and by the left-wing Guardian Australia. Except it was not just obviously wrong, this news, this claim. The UN itself quickly admitted it was indeed fake news. No, 14,000 Palestinian babies are not dying in 48 hours right now. The UN said, whoops, we actually meant that over the next year, that many babies might have malnutrition. And that not necessarily even dying from it, they just would have malnutrition. And by the way, how will they even guess that a year from now? I mean, but did that Palestinian activist, by the way, who shot dead those two Jews in Washington, hear that fake news, by the way, about Israel killing 14,000 babies, Palestinian ones, in 2 days? Is that what made him so proud to be a Jew killer? Of course, you know, I guess you, like me, now await the grovelling corrections from the ABC, from SBS and from The Guardian, if only to cool Jew haters here. Haven't seen those corrections yet, but you know how it is with the left, don't you? A lie isn't a lie if it's in the right cause, their cause, hating Israel.